could ask Rita to come up and introduce our guests.
Good afternoon, everyone. Guests, when I call your name, please stand so we could give you a warm Kiwanis welcome. Our first guest is Joe DeFrancesco. Our guest is Joe Downs.
Hey, Joe.
Brittany Roy, guest of Sharon's.
Hey, Brittany.
Alan House, guest of Sharon. Jill Consweger, guest of James. Also, we want to welcome back James Thielen with us today. He's been absent. Thank you all for attending and welcome.
Thank you so much, Rita. Okay, just some quick announcements. After this meeting, directly following will be a foundation meeting. So if you're on the board, be sure to attend, and also everyone's welcome to attend the foundation board meeting. Membership, do we have any updates for membership, Sharon?
Yes, I do. Do you guys know what today is? Tuesday. Well, it's the beginning of our membership outreach for this fiscal year for Kiwanis, right? So I need all of your help this year to help me with members. Remember to hand out those free lunch cards, right? Because that's the only way we have new members coming to the club is if we ask them. But today, I have something very important that I want to share, and if Miss Andrea Johnson would please come to the podium. Andrea has worked hard over this last fiscal year getting all of her new membership responsibilities done. Like what? Ringing the bell for the Salvation Army. She actually is the chair of a new committee that was created called, let me get the right name of it here. Legal and Risk Management.
Legal and Risk Management, thank you. So because she completed all of her new member responsibilities, she gets a certificate of membership.
Come on up.
And her official Kiwanis International pin. Thank you. Thank you, Andrea. Do you want me to say anything about penguins or? Yes, you have time? Okay. So now I'm switching hats from membership to what's on your table. Guess what time it is now? Penguin time. This week, we have our open house, or roll call as they're calling it. I know a lot of you know all about Penguins, which is our special needs program that we have. We are looking for peer mentors. We're looking for both young peer mentors, age 8 to 22. So if you have children that you would love to have involved in an amazing program, they're meeting tonight at 4:30 to 6. I think you guys all know that it was just the most amazing personal experience that I've ever had. So if you have an opportunity, come to the roll call. Just learn about it. We have Melissa here that can talk to you about it. Janine can talk to you about it. Mac. Jess Cruz was also a member, so there's a lot of us that were personally involved in it. And I definitely, if you've got the time, we would love to have you. And our first meeting for the adults is this Wednesday from 4:30 to 6. Just come on out and meet some of the special needs artists and think about becoming a mentor and changing lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. I'd like to call Jane Coker up and talk about our marker for next Friday.
Well,
You can talk right there.
okay. 10 a.m. next Friday, the 20th, we're going to be unveiling the marker that they just put down at the Bradenton Palms, which, you know, was a big part of our history and a big part of, you know, the starting of the foundation. So just come, have some cake, coffee. We've invited the residents that live there as well, and they've got a lot of historical stuff. We're going to have, hopefully the judge is able to make it and push a few of his books out there too, so. Come join us. Put it on your calendar next 20th.
Yeah, next Friday, the 20th, 10 o'clock At the marker, Ray, will you come up and please talk about your turkey project, please?
Thank you. Good morning. I feel sometimes like I'm cheating you guys because I can't do as much as I would love to do simply because of what I'm doing with my mother. So I can't participate like I want to, but I'm going to get there. I promise you I'm going to get there. So thank you all. This is a community project, what we're dealing with, the Thanksgiving Drive. And this thing has grown, and I want it to be not about Ray Bellamy, not about Sheriff Wells, but about the community. And on your table there's some flyers. And I want you. Your contribution is great, but I want you out there. I want people to see what we do. I want people to know who we are and what we're doing. And if I can get you out there, you can help me tremendously by showing up. The other side of it is this. Every day, you come in contact with people that need help. Give me their name. Give me a list. If you can get it to me, and you can get it to me in a timely fashion, you'll be surprised what we will be able to do. And I ask you to think about different organizations, churches, different organizations, Boys and Girls Club, different organizations that are part of our community that need help. We produce this program every year from Lincoln Middle School, and we need you to show up and to show out. How about that?
Exactly when, right?
Okay. On the table, I have a flyer talking about what we do and who all is involved. And the date is November 21st. In actuality, we wanted to do November the 20th, but anything that can go wrong will, and I use that day of grace, that Monday, to make sure I got everything in place. Okay? Yes? Is there a time? Is there a time? Well, it depends on what flow you want to be on. And I say that because I'm up there and I'm out there at 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay? Now, if you want to be on the ground floor, I'm on the ground floor. If you want to be on the ground floor, then you can come at 5 o'clock in the morning. Things that we have to do, we have to put the turkeys in plastic bags. We have to display all the food out. String beans, cranberry sauce, stovetop stuffing, rice, bread. All that stuff, we have to put it up. And we organize ourselves in such a way that you would come and pick up a box, and you would take the box and put a turkey in, and you would take the box and put 2 cans of string beans in it. And we just go right down the line, and then we have already identified who's getting the boxes. That's why you need to give me your list early. And then you and everybody else that partaking in what we're doing in the community will follow that person to their car, to their truck, to their wagon, whatever they might have out there, and put it on their bins so that they can take off with it. Okay. Booker High School participated one year. Boys Girls Club participated. Lincoln Middle School participated. All these different schools participate. If you know someone, churches participate. So it's a community project, and it's fully involved from all parties, from all walks of life, and this is just an example of what we do. If you have any questions, any concerns, you can just pick up the phone and call me, or just reach out and let someone know you have an interest. So 5 o'clock a.m., November the 21st is when I'll be out there. Okay, now we got others that will be there 7 o'clock. The program will start between 7:30 and 8:30. And we have a little small program, and we really recognize the people that have done good things in our community and help us with the project. And then we give away the food because that's what we do. And I make sure, a year ago, Neil sent a name of a lady, and we made sure she was taken care of. You got someone you want taken care of? I bet you if you get their name to us, we'll take care of them. I appreciate it. I'm going to say it again. I appreciate your donations, but I want you. I want you. Okay? Thank you very much.
Okay, lastly, one last announcement. We have the Veterans Day event coming up on the 7th. Ed Cleveland's got tickets. So if you have people you want to invite and include in for that festive day, be sure to get tickets from Ed. Is that everything, Ed? All right. Okay, now I'd like to call up our speaker is Allison Jusine. She is representing the Heart Gallery of Sarasota. It's an organization that works with the Safe Children Coalition to help place foster children with the power of photographic images of the youth looking for loving families. Her background was organization, necessary steps to apply for adopting foster children, and we're really glad to have you here today, Allison.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Mac is going to start a quick video to give you some background before I speak for a few minutes.
The Heart Gallery is changing the lives of children in need of loving families through the power of photography. And joining us today is Heart Gallery Executive Director Allison Josiem.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Jusiem. Yes.
Jusiem. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Can we start with, tell our viewers what the Heart Gallery is, please, Allison.
Well, to give you a little background, there are 1,400 children or more in foster care in our judicial circuit, which includes Sarasota, Manatee, and DeSoto counties. The system is overwhelming, and many of the children have lived in multiple homes throughout their lives. The Heart Gallery works to change their lives by enlisting over 50 professional photographers who volunteer their time and talent to capture the likeness, character, and spirit of the children. Oh. They travel wherever and whenever these children are available for a shoot. And we work to change their lives as well by advocating for them, because in this way we do recruit the prospective adoptive parents. The photographs can be seen on our website, heartgallerysarasota.org.
Lovely, lovely.
They are,
young
people can invite, that's it, people can inquire there and about the children, but you can also see a photographic exhibit on display throughout the community. We are in the community's libraries as well at events. But moreover, it gives the children a way to advocate for themselves and gives them a voice.
So that they're seen.
So that they're seen,
Yeah.
right? They're being put out there in a very public way, and they want to be, because they want to change their lives. And otherwise, without the photographs, they might have remained anonymous.
Absolutely, absolutely. So they're currently living in foster homes.
Yes.
If someone would like to adopt one of these children, how do they go about that, Allison?
The first step is to attend an adoption information meeting. They are held by the Safe Children Coalition. It's in Sarasota at their location at 1500 Independence Boulevard. The meeting will take about an hour and a half. It's from 6 to 7:30. At that time, you have the ability to sign up for an adoptive parent training class. Those last 8 weeks, once a week. They're from 6 to 9 p.m. Once those classes are completed, you have the opportunity to complete a home study, and that is when you will work with a case manager to help you find a match for your family. Okay. And through that time, you can continue looking at the Heart Gallery Sarasota website and inquire about children there. Our information is sent directly to the Safe Children Coalition. They are the area's community-based care agency that does the licensing and training for children in foster care.
So if someone was interested, I mean, can they say, Allison, I would like an older child, I would like a younger child? Can they give some direction to the caseworker?
Absolutely, and especially when filling in an inquiry form at Heart Gallery Sarasota, those questions are asked. You can be specific about the ages and the number of children you would like, and personalities, and there's always a match.
Okay. We're going to close the segment. There is a video that we're going to show of a lovely young lady, I believe. Could you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Yes. Well, Susan is a 17-year-old girl who has been on the Heart Gallery and wants very much to find an adoptive family. So she spoke to us so eloquently about what she wants in a family and what she's like that I wanted everyone to see it.
Okay.
My name is Susan Krold, and as most children, I am looking for a loving family that's willing to take a little girl in. I really want a family that is fun, and I want to be able to experience love from a real family. I've been shown a lot of love through my life, but I want to be able to settle down and call somebody mom and dad and have siblings. I'm actually looking for playing with animals because I absolutely love and adore animals. I love to draw, and I love to read and write, and I love to explore new things. I want somebody that just loves kids and is willing to take me in. And I'm willing to give anybody out there that's willing to take me in a shot.
I hope everybody enjoyed that, and we'll reach out to you. And on that note, how do people get involved, Allison?
Well, many of the children in foster care are in middle school and high school, and we know what we do for our own children at that age. The needs are numerous. So think about how to volunteer to come. You can do that through the Heart Gallery website, but there's a need for mentors to help children with life planning. Some of them may be considering college. If you have a business also, or a church, a high traffic venue, we would love you to help spread the word. We can set up displays of any size of the photographic exhibit.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you again for all your beautiful work.
Thank you. So I am Allison Juseem. I was born in Tampa. My parents were born in Tampa. They were raised in Ybor City, and my father was a Kiwanian in 1960 for the remainder of his life. And I am a Sarasota Kiwanian, so it is wonderful to witness this club, which we have all heard about. You are a great group. You're really a great group. I think the video said a lot, but I think that the complexities of foster care are many, and understanding where we fill the gap
may help here in focusing where we can all help. It's, to begin with, you can see the difference between an adoption that is a private adoption versus a foster care adoption. So private adoptions do cost, but there are also families that are looking for a family to fit their family. When we're talking about children in foster care, we are looking for a family to fit the child, which means that the volume of families we need is enormous. When you look at the numbers, yes, we hear 1,400 children in foster care. It doesn't seem like a lot when you consider that 250 of them are available for adoption a year. It varies, but you don't hear that number often because many are placed with relative caregivers. At the end of the day, the children who end up on the Heart Gallery are. It's taken a while for their parents to terminate their rights, and they have then waited for a family to come their way. Before the Heart Galleries 20 years ago, many children remained anonymous. The Heart Gallery started about that time, actually in San Antonio, Texas, but the co-founder of all the Heart Galleries of America happens to be in Sarasota. He is also a businessman, Matthew Strabe. I'm sorry you couldn't be here. He's an entrepreneur and a technology guru. So where the exhibits are fabulous and have always worked to find families, people fall in love with the photographs. 100 families inquire a month just in Sarasota. They come through me with their lengthy inquiry form, and I field those families and then forward them to the case managers at the Safe Children Coalition, who are really the heroes here. They manage 15 to 20 children at a minimum. So their role in finding families is limited. We are their primary source for finding families. Sorry, the way that works is that of the 120 Heart Galleries or more, we have one now in Alaska, they exist independently, like myself, one or two people that manage the photographers who run at a moment's notice. The minute a child, we get a call from a case manager, they stop what they're doing. They're professional photographers, they make a living that way, but they stop what they're doing and they will meet the child wherever they are, do extensive shoots, and the photographs then are produced obviously in all the exhibits, but then on the website, which is a web portal that finds families by likelihood of adopting and fostering, and also represents the largest database of families looking to adopt from foster care in the country. So thankfully, technology has moved us in that direction, but without these photographs, the children really their character and their spirit would not be inspiring families the way we do. So it is exciting to know that the more photographs that are seen, the more families we find. And when I found that the Bradenton Kiwanis would support our exhibit, I was thrilled that we are able to hang the exhibit through the month of November, which is National Adoption Month, here in the Performing Arts Center. Only the children who are still available for adoption. It'll be a beautiful exhibit, and the opening reception is on November 2nd from 4 to 6. I hope you will bring your friends and family. We're going to honor the case managers and the photographers and the families who have adopted, and it will be fun. It's free of charge, but we are selling raffle tickets for wonderful things like massages and restaurants and cruises and that sort of thing. So it'll be a fun event. What we want to do with this is, in summary, shorten the wait time for adoption, that these children will find a home faster the more photos we show. So sharing a child's name, sharing their photograph, it has worked. The photos you see here are the children who found a family this year, who exclusively came to the Heart Gallery and were matched. So you can help us with all of that. Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions for Allison?
Why has adoption changed? It becomes so expensive. It's as if the legal profession has financially taken advantage, not to pick on them, but I went through it in the 80s, and it's a totally different animal today. What happened?
Well, from what I believe you're speaking of, but correct me if I'm wrong, when we adopt from foster care, there is no charge. It is time, it's commitment, and it's a lot of heartache, because there is not one single place to find a child. It's until someone finds the Heart Gallery of America website. It's very difficult when you're looking in Nebraska for a child. So it's commitment, and you heard how much training is involved. So I believe what you're referring to is private adoptions. Right? So that's where, and it is not something I'm an expert in. If anybody else is, I just know that it has to do with really funding the adoption itself. Is the parent is also part of it. So.
Do you have any statistic as to how many children are adopted through the Heart Gallery each year, especially in this circuit?
Sure. It changes because it changes, but there each year, for example, it has to do with how many children are referred to us. So not all children want to be pictured. They're teenagers, obviously. Who wants to? Okay, we know teenagers. But during COVID, that was, so 2021, we had a record number of children available for adoption that wanted to be seen. We had 48 children, and 24 of them were matched with a family. It's usually 50%. We get them when they're about, at the minimum, 11 years old. So they only have a few years. It's a race, really, to find a family before they age out of foster care. So the numbers usually come in around 50% of those that are pictured. We want all of them to be pictured, but they do choose to advocate for themselves. We do not ask them to picture it. So each child really on the Heart Gallery represents all children who are available for adoption. So we don't take credit for, but we say without it, it's very possible that most of these children would not be seen. Yes.
Allison, the one statement that shows up on the screen is what statement said that it'll break your heart. So when I hear of Allison and the Heart Gallery, it has to do a lot of times with children that have been in foster care for years. And placements have broken down. The children may have had trauma. They may be under therapy. And what the Heart Gallery does is reaches out to find those children a home. They are not always successful, but most of the time they are, to find a loving home for these children who have been in different foster cares a lot of the period of time of their life. So it does break your heart to get to that point where they don't have a parent yet.
That's it.
And the Heart Gallery comes along.
Thank you for that. It's I think you're probably well aware, though, that the removals in Manatee County were mounting to 3 a day. So, those that are younger do find families. We end up finding those that are the hardest to adopt, and that's a large number. So that you see them regularly.
If they get adopted out of foster care, are they still eligible as one of the state to receive a higher education?
Thank you for asking. It's a wonderful thing. Out of 20, I think it's 20 states now, right, in the country only, thanks to Nancy Dietert's work. Children in foster care receive a stipend after, even if, correct me if I'm wrong, if they are adopted, they don't receive the stipend, but they still receive college education if they stay in school a certain number of hours and work a certain number of hours. There's a balance, and they receive health care.
A trade school?
Trade school. I mean, where the need exists is the trade schools may need uniforms for their EMT school. They don't get funding for that. It's books. But that is something that is still available to children even if they have been adopted. Anything else?
Anyone else? All right, thank you, Allison.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Oh, jeez. Sorry, that's a little stuck. Oops. I did that. That's okay. All right. This is our traditional golden ruler. Let me open it up for you. So this is, come on, get a picture. So this is our golden ruler for Kiwanis to measure your future success. Thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for the Heart Gallery.
Thank you.
All right, before we go, Mike Barrett's got some community service announcements.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah, man.
Allison, I'm glad that you got to follow some turkeys and penguins and not me. But anyway, a quick couple of things. Jay Hoffmeister and Christy Haley, would you please stand up for a moment? Christy, you can stay back there. I'm just going to go through it really quick. Thank you for volunteering to be co-chairs of community service as I follow the orange jacket this next year. Just this Saturday, we do have an event that will be installing smoke detectors with the Red Cross. So those of you that have signed up, you'll be getting an email today and also on Friday from the Red Cross. So if you don't, for whatever reason, and you have volunteered, just see myself or Christy or Jay. We've got many other events coming up, which we'll go over next week.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Andy.
All right, I really appreciate all you coming today. Next week, we'll have the Bradenton Herald as they celebrate their 100th years. Jim Jones will be here. So thank you very much. Have a great day.